going on, everybody? Welcome back to another very special episode of Burnout Brighter, where today we're going to be talking about two events, Destiny, not just one.
Two that happened
Two
on
events.
T days,
On
Tuesday
T
and
days.
Thursdays. That's the triple
Two
T's.
Two events on two Tuesdays, two Thursdays.
Yeah.
Both of these events were hosted by our very good friend, Mr. Midas, as he absolutely crushed it.
He rocked it.
I can watch that man do anything. He just gets me so hyped, so excited, and like when he's on there, it's just like I'm just engaged. I just want to watch. He just keeps my attention.
Well, that's because he's like so active. Like he's like moving around. I can't take my eyes off you, Midas.
Can't take our eyes off you, Midas. But there is one thing that we got to give him a bit of flack for.
Oh, that fucking beer that he poured.
Buddy, that beer was trash. But he owned up to it on today's event.
I mean, he needed to. Like, he couldn't just like let that slide. It was all head. And then he tried to drink from it. And I was like,
Don't drink that. But both of these events were UK based. They were actually headed up by UKIE in partnership with UKIE and MC Dev. While they talked about a couple different things. Tuesday's event was for UK Game of the Show, where we saw a whole bunch of games as they competed to have entry into today's event, which was Europlay 2021.
Euro represent.
So we're going to start with Tuesday's event because that was a battle, D. That we saw so many amazing looking games on Tuesday that were competing to be UK's representative for Europlay. And we're going to each talk about one because there were so many incredible games. We can't go into them all because it was just take too long. But we're each going to pick one and go in a little bit of a deep dive into what we liked about it. And then we will wrap with the winner a little bit later. But Destiny, I'm going to start with you. What is one of the games that stood out to you from UKIE's UK Game of the Show on Tuesday?
I think my favorite one, and it's actually the one I put my vote in for, was Growbot. And it's just so cute. It's like the art style is totally something I was into. It's like looking at a fairy tale book and like I just die for like very artistic looking games that look different. And it's kind of like this bot that's going around nurturing things and growing things. It just seems like a very sweet story. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, I definitely want to get that on my wish list. It looks amazing. So I voted for them. I tweeted out. They said, thank you. You guys are welcome. Because, hey, I was just kind of blown away by your game. There was a lot of other games there, but I think that one just spoke to my heart, and that's why I liked it. What about you, Matt?
I know that Growbot I thought looked cool too, and I'm going to read a bit of an expert that's developed by Wasabi Play, and it says Growbot is a 2D adventure about a robot saving her home from a dark crystalline force. So essentially what you'll do is you'll go around this biopunk space station as you're trying to protect everything from this force. Darren was actually a massive fan of this game as well. I don't know if you know that meme of it's Rosa from Brooklyn Nine-Nine holding a dog, and it says like, I only had, I forget, Arlo for a day and a half, but if anything happened to him, I would kill all of you and myself. He tweeted out a meme of that same thing with, he's photoshopped the little Growbot in, and I thought that was perfect because the Growbot...
Cute. When Darren goes in, he goes like extra. You know what I mean?
He goes in.
Like when he does his videos, they're like small Darren-esque productions.
But then he like pops off because like, yeah, Growbot looks adorable. The art style looks super, super cute. I'm very excited to see more. It's supposed to be coming out this autumn. So I guess keep it locked for that because that game, it was super cool.
Guys.
But for me.
Yeah. Matt, what was your favorite game? What was the top one that stood out to you?
Moonglow Bay, coming from Bunny Hug. And I'm gonna read a bit of an excerpt here. It says, in Moonglow Bay, you play as a rookie angler, working together with friends, family, and neighbors to hone your fishing skills, nourish relationships, and restore a remote town fractured community.
I fucking love fishing games. Sorry.
Right? Yeah. This game, the art style just looks adorable.
Right?
It's set in Canada, so obviously I gotta represent. And it's just like, it looks just like a serene, chill fishing experience. I love fishing in games. It's always so much fun. And just being able to kind of get on my little boat, go around, catch some fish, relationships. You know, I'm all about relationships.
I know you're all about
friends.
Relationships.
I want to make friends. If there's dating, I'm even more in. But this game just has like this such a relaxed an awesome looking experience, and I can't wait to see more of it. Set in Canada, like I said, it's everything about it. Destiny. It has this adorable, almost like not Minecraft, but like it's like a very
It
pixelated
does kind
art
of look
style.
like Minecraft. Like that's the first vibe that I got from it, from like the individual pixel blocks that make up the art
Mm,
itself. It's so creative. It looks really cute. And honestly, I dig any fishing game, like
yeah,
fishing, making friends, possibly getting married. I mean, that's all the shit that I want to do in real life anyway. So
exactly in that order. So, so both of those games stood out to us a lot. The full list, I'm going to leave it in the notes below because there were some amazing looking games on that list. So make sure you go check them out. But the one that won Destiny, the winner of the UK game of the
it
show
deserved
was a
it.
little game called Viewfinder. And Viewfinder, you may have seen before. I've seen it actually come across my Twitter timeline a couple times,
Yeah.
and I think we've seen it in a couple of shows before. But it's this like puzzle experience where you have pictures, and you basically put the pictures into the environment to help manipulate the environment to help solve whatever it is that you're doing at the time. The game looks
It's
beautiful, and it was
gorgeous.
chosen as the representative for the UK game of the show. So, but before we get into more into Viewfinder Destiny, we're going to take a little bit of a step, a little bit of a leap, a little bit of a side hop to Thursday's event, which is called Europlay 2021, where
That
again,
happened today.
that happened today with the same number of people, and they're helping trying to decide what is the best unreleased game in Europe. And again, there was a bunch of awesome competition.
Amazing,
They got
amazing games.
something that I really liked Destiny was that this was like a very obviously Europe based competition, but before every game, they showed like a flag from the representative
Yeah.
from which country they were from, and I thought it was just such a nice way to be like, look, this is all of us together. Sure, it's a competition, but it was a beautiful one.
Yeah, no, I definitely like the fact that I saw, just me personally, that I saw where the games are coming from, because being in the US and in Canada and just in North America, I think we really only think about games coming from our area. We don't really think
Mm-hmm.
about games coming from like other countries. So that was really cool, cuz like all the games that came out for this event all look dope as hell. So it's nice to see that there are like other companies out there, especially indie companies, that are just like, I mean, like bringing their A game all day, every day.
Seriously, so we're going to talk about again two games and then talk about the winner. Destiny,
Yeah.
coming from a little place called Sweden. What
Oh,
was your game that stood out to you a lot from Europlay 21?
so first of all, I just want to say I want to go to Sweden.
Mm-hmm,
Like, I would
mm-hmm,
love to go to
mm-hmm.
Switzerland, and not just for the hot Swiss hot chocolate. Actually, I don't even know if that's from there. I'm sorry. I am definitely like fucking up right now. But the game that I really, really liked was Toem. And I hope I'm saying that right. Toem. It was so cute. It gave me Chicory vibes. It's like this black and white game, and the characters are so cute, and there just seems like so much to do in this
Mm-hmm.
game, in this world. And that's why I was excited about it. I know I went from Growbot, which is very colorful and bright and just like fantasy like, to Toem, which is like just black and white, but it still
Mm-hmm.
holds those elements of fantasy. It still has that kind of childlike magic to it. So I think that's
Mm-hmm.
just the theme that I kind of went with when I was picking these games. But Matt, tell us more about Toem, because I know you got all the mad facts, not just the impressions.
Yeah, so basically, Toem is coming from Swedish developer Something We Made, and what it is like a little journey where it's all based around a camera. You'll be again, it's another puzzle action, like a puzzle adventure, where you'll be using your camera to take pictures of different stuff, and you're collecting all these pictures. It looks adorable, and I think that's the thing, Destiny. You mentioned this before we started recording. It gave me hella chicory vibes. Like that's
Yeah.
just a similar kind of art style, similar vibe. The music was fantastic, and just I think this game just looks really, really cute.
Yeah.
And I like the idea of a game based around photography in that way. Like I had a great time with Pokemon Snap when it came out, so I'm all about photographing little creatures.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. Toem was one that jumped out at me as
It
well.
was super cute, especially when they took a picture of the little cat like hanging on the wire. I was like, "Oh my
Oh
god,
my
the art
god,
style
little
is
kitty,
so, it's pulling on my heartstrings." So
little
yeah,
kitty.
I'm gonna put
Yeah,
that on my wish list. When is it coming out again?
I believe it is set to be coming out this fall as well. It's currently set for this fall 2021, so soon.
Yeah.
And then for myself, the game that jumped out at me coming from Italy, from I'm double checking the name of the developer, Storm Mind Games. It's Batora Lost Haven.
That was
So
gorgeous.
Batora Lost Haven, and it's published by Team 17. What's up, Team 17? It's a
What?
hack and slash and twin stick shooter and a story driven action RPG. Basically, it gave me massive Dreamscaper vibes. And as anybody who's been listening to the show knows, I have been obsessed with Dreamscaper the last little
He
while. We
has
did a
been.
review for
It's
it.
a good game,
And
though. It
it's
was
a
good
fantastic game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing that stood out to me about Batora is like the art style, the gameplay looks like it's hella fun. And something that kind of stood out to me was that you can actually kind of decide how you want your character's morality to be, whether you want them to be like an offense focused or like a defender or this kind of like chaotic being or not. And like just kind of having the ability to kind of choose how you play is something that I really like in games. So I'm guessing, you know, through the narrative and through your choices and through the
You're
kind of
going to be
upgrades and
like
stuff, you'll be able to.
chaotic good, I think.
I'm all about the chaos. I'm all about the chaos.
Yeah, but yeah, I feel like
So,
you play like a good guy in games too. Like I can't see you playing an evil character.
no, I never do. I have so much anxiety. Every time I'm like, they're like, do you want to save this puppy or kill this puppy?
You're
You'll
like,
get money. I'm like,
it.
yeah, exactly. I have like my own anxiety just kicks up and I'm just like, I just want to help everyone.
Yeah.
But I love that the game gives you that choice because I think that just
Exactly.
gives another cool layer of immersion and cool stuff. So Batora Lost Haven from Stormlight Games was my choice just because it looks dope.
And no, it
It
does
looks super
look dope. And it definitely looks like the type of game that you would really enjoy playing. So, yeah.
But Destiny, it would be remiss if we didn't talk about the winner. Because there is a reason we didn't go more into Viewfinder coming from the UK, because they actually went ahead and won once again for the UK. Europlay 21. Viewfinder was once again the winner. And Viewfinder is coming from Robot Turtle Games. And again,
Robot Turtle
Destiny,
Games, congratulations, son!
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Congrats. Exactly. Tell me why Viewfinder stood out to you, Destiny, because we gave it a little glimpse about 5 minutes ago, but tell me why that game just looks so dope and why you think it deserved to win not just one, but 2 competitions.
I mean, honestly, Viewfinder just came out of the woodwork with something that the other games just didn't have, and it was just super fucking polished. Like it was just polished. I loved the color scheme. I just loved the fact that you can reshape the world using your instant camera. Do you know what I mean? And there are a lot of games where you're like taking pictures and stuff. I mean, Toem is kind of like that, but like this game just looks so good. Like you just wanted to jump into the environment, and I don't know, they just executed it so well. And I'm not saying that the other games weren't executed as well, but Viewfinder just had that little extra something.
It had something that I don't think I've ever seen in a game before. It's one of those games where it's like, if you had never seen it before, and as you kind of start looking into it, as soon as they pick that picture up and it warps as to part of the level, like my brain like broke for a second. It was one of those things that's like, wait.
You guys should have seen
what?
His face. He was like, what?
Yeah. It's like, what just happened? Because it's so incredibly creative, and like I am terrible at puzzle games. I am absolutely horrible at them. But this game gave me a lot of The Witness vibes. Like for anybody who's that's one of the greatest puzzle games of all time. And this gave me a lot of that same vibe. But this one for me, it looks like something I want to really try, because like being able to warp the environment, and even there was a point where it's just like not just any picture, but like a black and white picture warped into the environment, and that entire area became black and white. They held up what looked like almost like a Bowser's Castle-esque thing from like NES. And it, like again, you can like warp into it and it became like 3D.
It was just so very creative. Right?
Yes.
Like it's probably one of the most creative games. I think that's what it was. I think it was one of the most creative games and kind of out there games that was presented at both of the showcases. And I think that's what people really saw about it, and it intrigued you, right? So people wanted to know more about it. They wanted to get it, to play it, and it was enticing. And I think that's the reason why it won on the showcase on Tuesday, as well as winning the right to represent all of Europe in the second showcase this Thursday.
Yeah, it was awesome. So that is our thoughts for Yuki's UK Game of the Show and for Europlay 2021. Once again, a massive shout out to Mr. Midas, who hosted the hell out of both of these events.
And a shout out to
brought.
Yuki, because like that was
Mhm.
an amazing showcase. Like you guys did such a great job. And also
Yep.
to all of the developers who participated in it. We loved everything that you did. It sucks that we had to like vote down to one, because definitely I
Mhm.
think we would have picked more than one. But yeah,
Yep.
major congratulations to everybody who was involved.
Exactly. I remember like when they were like, okay, here's the link, everybody go vote. I was like, how do you want me to do that? Because there's just so much
Right?
incredible stuff. So make sure you check the links below and go look at the other nominees, because there was so much amazing talent in these events. Thank you to everybody who's watching us. Thank you to everybody who tuned in for them. We are going to be back very, very soon with even more content. We'll see you on the next one. Like, subscribe, share. Peace out.